the young and the restless spoilers shock. The coldness in Billy Abbott's demeanor was something Lily Winters had never anticipated. Once, they had shared a bond built on trust and mutual respect, but now, that bond had been shattered beyond repair. Billy's indifference towards her had cut deeper than any knife, and the bitterness that festered in Lily's heart grew with each passing day. The man she had once believed in had become her greatest enemy, and Lily was not one to forgive easily. Victor Newman, ever the opportunist, saw the growing rift between Billy and Lily as a chance to further his own interests. Victor had long harbored a deep-seated animosity towards Billy, and when he noticed Lily's growing resentment, he knew exactly how to exploit it. Victor approached Lily with an offer she couldn't refuse, a chance to exact revenge on Billy while advancing her own career. Lily, fueled by her anger, agreed to become Victor's ally. She began feeding him every piece of information she had about Billy, his business strategies, his financial weaknesses, even his personal secrets. There was nothing she held back, and Victor took it all in, crafting a plan that would bring Billy to his knees. With the inside information provided by Lily, Victor moved swiftly. He began quietly buying up shares of Chancellor Industries, increasing his stake in the company until he had control. Billy, too distracted by his own troubles, failed to notice what was happening until it was too late. By the time he realized the gravity of the situation, Victor already owned a controlling interest in the company. The final blow came swiftly and without mercy. Victor, with his newfound power, called an emergency board meeting. There, in front of everyone, he announced his decision to remove Billy from his position as CEO of Chancellor Industries. Billy's world crumbled around him as he was publicly ousted from the very company he had worked so hard to build. But Victor wasn't finished. He turned to Lily, who had been standing silently by his side, and announced her as the new CEO. The room erupted in shock, but Lily's expression remained calm and composed. This was what she had wanted all along, a chance to prove herself, to show Billy that she was not to be underestimated. Billy's reaction was one of disbelief. He couldn't fathom how everything had gone so wrong, so quickly. The betrayal by Lily stung the most. He had trusted her, confided in her, and now she had used that trust to destroy him. Billy's mind raced with thoughts of revenge, but he knew that he was at his lowest point. Stripped of his power, his company, and his dignity, there was little he could do. He retreated to his office, now stripped of its former grandeur, and sank into his chair. The weight of his failure pressed down on him, suffocating him. He could already imagine the disappointment in his mother's eyes when she found out. Jill Abbott had always been proud of Billy, despite his flaws, but this was something he wasn't sure she would forgive. Billy clenched his fists, the anger bubbling up inside him. He had been a fool, too blind to see what was happening right under his nose. He had underestimated Lily, and now he was paying the price. But as the anger boiled over, it transformed into a burning desire for revenge. He couldn't let this go. He wouldn't let them get away with it. Billy stormed out of his office, his mind set on one thing, confronting Lily and Victor. He found them in the boardroom, still basking in their victory. Without hesitation, Billy charged at Victor, his fist connecting with the older man's jaw. The room erupted into chaos as the two men grappled, furniture toppling over in the scuffle. Lily watched the scene unfold with a mix of satisfaction and apprehension. She had wanted to hurt Billy, to make him feel the pain he had caused her, but now that she saw him like this, broken, desperate, she couldn't help but feel a pang of guilt. But it was too late for regrets. She had made her choice, and there was no turning back. The fight was broken up by security, and Billy was dragged out of the building, still seething with rage. As he was thrown out onto the street, he vowed that this wasn't the end. He would find a way to get back at them, to reclaim what was rightfully his. But deep down, Billy knew that the road ahead would be long and difficult. He was starting from nothing, and the enemies he faced were powerful and ruthless. Lily, now seated in Billy's former office, took a moment to savor her victory. She had risen to the top, proving to everyone, especially Billy, that she was more than just a pawn in their game. But as she looked out over the city, she couldn't shake the feeling that this was just the beginning of a much larger conflict. The animosity between her and Billy wasn't going to disappear overnight, and she knew that there would be consequences for her actions.